Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here. Hope you guys are having a great day, and welcome to a video where I'm going to be going over something that's new that I don't think anyone's really talked about that much. Basically, if you log into Wizard101.com right now, you might actually see a button, and it should give you like this thing where you can transfer a character. Now, this is not necessarily the newest like concept, but we've never seen a button like this in Wizard101. This hasn't been something that they've done unless you were to actually email KI support and have them do something through email. Now, I wanted to talk about this because this could actually mean something very, very big, or it could be something much smaller, but still very important. And beyond that, I also noticed like a lot of things, a lot of like, you know, like you have to qualify for this. And when I saw it, my jaw dropped, bro, because some of this is a little unbelievable. Without further ado, let's get right into this video, right? We're going to be talking about the newest feature on Wizard101, which is literally to transfer wizards from one account to another. Now, let's talk about why you'd want to do this, right? And how you'd go about doing it right now. If, let's say, this button never existed, this section on Wiz never existed, how would you go about doing it right now? Basically, let's say that maybe right now you see my fire wizard. Maybe I got a piece of gear that's super rare, that's like, you know, a fire gear, and I want to transfer it over. Maybe I have a lot of snacks on one wizard that I want to bring to other wizards so I can make pets. And also, you know, maybe you might have a garden that you might want to transfer. You might have a lot of small little reasons why you would want to make one wizard join a group of other wizards on another account. Another thing which I think is definitely worth mentioning is that if you really were to, right, you could actually make 2 accounts on Wiz, link the accounts for reduced membership, and you could speed quest yourself. And then when you're done and you have 2 maxes, you could always go about making sure that they're both on one account again in case you get any gear, any loot, or anything that both wizards could use. So needless to say, there's a lot of reasons why something that's like more streamlined than literally, you know, like making an email and DMing kings out there, there's a lot of reasons why that would actually be preferred. But there might be something else going on here. I definitely do not think that this is a high possibility, but if it is, this would be really, really crazy. I don't know if you guys remember, but like, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, I don't know, time's crazy. Listen, lots of things have happened recently. Time's crazy. But basically, I remember that when they did do like an announcement from Wizard101 EU, one thing that there was a question that really came up for a lot of people. Am I going to be able to transfer my account? Now, here's the thing. They're not the same server, which I think is a really, really big problem. Like, I'm pretty sure that Gameforge uses a set of servers that are completely different from KingsIsle servers. So the Wizard101 that people play abroad is literally just, there's no correlation. I don't think there is any way to transfer wizards unless you did it like manually. You'd have to copy all the stats over. You'd have to copy all the gear, the pets, every single thing, even the gardens, the houses, the inventories. But that brings me to a very, very important point, which is when I looked at the qualifications that you need, there's a lot of weird ones. Let's focus on one, especially with respect to the Wizard101 EU problem. Basically, they're saying that they're only going to allow one transfer as a courtesy. What does that mean? That means if you're trying to transfer a character for a smaller reason, like let's say maybe you double quested and then you want to transfer everything into one account, that's probably not a good idea because once you do that one transfer, that's it. And if there's another world, you can't dual quest anymore. It's very, very similar. I can actually relate to this. It's also very similar of a situation if you want to like transfer just one piece of gear. Let's say, for example, right? And this is something that I actually kind of like experienced a little bit. Let's say that I bought a bundle gear, right? Like the spooky carnival suit on this account, and I want my other account to have it. I actually, if I were to do a whole transfer of a character so I can transfer the spooky carnival suit over, that's it. That's a lock. So you can never really regain that piece on any one account. And I think that's a reason why they make it a one-time thing. I think the reason they make it is because let's say that you were to buy a bundle for one account, or even buy something, right? Buy packs for something, right? Buy anything really for one thing, then transferring one time for just that thing isn't going to be that good of an idea because then you can't really do it again. On the contrary, if they had like, you know, like a bunch of transfers, I would be transferring this, I'll be transferring gardens, snacks, I'll be transferring pets, I'll be transferring literally, maybe even boss drops like Uber gear that I got for the myth. I'll be transferring literally all of that. And the truth of the matter is, if you were able to do that, there would really be no consequence of making 2 accounts. You'd have the convenience of having 2 accounts, but also you'd have none of the bad parts, which is getting gear on one account instead of the other. So do I think it's a little greedy that KingsIsle's only making it a one-time thing? Yeah, but I'm trying to see the bright side of it. The bright side might be if it really is a one-time thing, maybe they could create a scenario where people from Wizard101 EU could make it so that they could transfer their accounts over. Since it's only one time, it's not like everyone's going to be flooding them with requests to do it. So maybe limiting it lets them maybe do it more easily, like for harder tasks, which I assume that, like, you know, transferring a character from the same server to another account is very easy compared to transferring someone from the Gameforge server completely over to this account. Maybe by limiting its scope, they could do it. If they really don't have any plans of transferring characters from the Europe servers over to here, then I really think the one-time limit is like, I don't know, man. I don't really get why they would do that. One other thing that I find really sus, like I find this sus as, I'm sussed out by this. Basically, if you've had any sort of ban, account compromise, suspension, or mute, you actually do not, you're not able to do this. Now listen, this really grinds my gears. This ruffles my damn jammies. Oh boy, according to their rules, by the way, I can't do anything. I can't, like, if I wanted to transfer characters over, which I was really thinking about it with this thing, I can't do it. You know why? Because I got literally jumped by a group of people before I was at a stream, right? Like, let me paint the picture. So I was about to stream 10 minutes before, nature called. I had to use the bathroom, you feel me? I leave, have not said anything in chat at this point, right? And then I come back and I see my whole damn account muted. What happened was that someone found my wizard spinning in public, my bad for spinning in the arena, and I got a bunch of their butt buddies to literally spam mute me, and I got muted as a result. Was it a 24-hour mute? Yeah, no biggie, obviously, but if that happened to literally anybody, and I'm being honest, bro, this has happened, in my opinion, a lot of times, especially when it comes to content creators. Sometimes people get carried away if they're like, oh, that dude's really awful, like, we're gonna spam report him. That could happen. That shouldn't make it so that you can't do, like, something this important. Same with the suspension. I got suspended for a week when I was a kid, and I didn't know literally anything, and I used the tomato basket glitch. I have some big issues with the tomato basket glitch. We could go on and on about how stupid that suspension was, but at the end of the day, that's something that even someone like me has gotten. So I feel like the average player, they've definitely gotten muted. They've definitely gotten suspended. Sometimes you're stupid as a kid. You compromise your account by accident. Basically what the requirements say, as you noted by the words, right? Like, it's literally at any time if this has happened, then you're not allowed to do this. I'm just a little confused at why it's, like, so limited, especially if it has nothing to do with the Wizard101 EU thing. I can understand if maybe, you know, you want to limit how many people use it so you can prioritize the Wizard101 EU players, but if that's not what this is for, this just seems, like, kind of unusable. Like, like, if I'm gonna transfer a character permanently like that, then I don't know, man. I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding what a courtesy transfer is. But what it seems like is that you email them with this, or you don't email them, you use their Wizard101 website instead of emailing them, and they do it once, and then that's it. I think the most important thing to note is that this isn't like a complete update yet, which is why I wanted to wait a little bit before making a video on it, because literally some people can see this feature, and some people literally cannot see this feature when they log into Wizard101 on their website. What that means is that they haven't rolled it out, so maybe these restrictions are going to be a little bit relaxed, because honestly, I feel like really it removes a lot of accessibility when you say, oh, you shared your password by accident when you were a 12-year-old. Now, when you're 20 or something, you can't do anything about it. Like to me, that seems really silly. But more importantly, I hope that they add more ways to maneuver your account, because right now there aren't, like, I feel like when they're doing stuff like this, they've really got to take into account that there's a lot of things that we need that are better when it comes to just using and logging into the game. I'm talking about two-step authentication. I'm talking about the ability to change your username, which you literally cannot do right now. And if they ever expand to, I don't know, like another like, you know, like console or something, or another mobile, like maybe the mobile platform, there should be a way to link those accounts very quickly, very easily. I don't think it should be like as hard as it is right now to link accounts. It definitely should be easier for two accounts to also like interact with each other. I literally have 2 accounts. I'm paying 2 memberships. Tons of other people do that as well. Why is it that there's so few benefits to that? And honestly, is there a reason why it's even now, even when you transfer, it's only limited to 1? That seems like nobody's gonna be able to use it. I'm definitely a huge fan of, like, you know, quality of life updates like this. I hope that they do more with accounts, especially the thing with username changes, especially the thing with 2-step authentication. So that is my 2 cents on this new feature. If you don't know anything about it, you should check it out. Maybe you already have it. Maybe you can even do it. I've heard that people have been having trouble with it, but maybe, I don't know, if you have any any reason to do it, you might as well try. As always, drop a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what other features you want them to do, especially when it comes to our accounts and stuff like that. I feel like this is like the start of something. Like, if this is incomplete, I'm very excited to see what else that they do. As always, if you haven't yet, drop a sub. If somebody has not told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong. And stay awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, y'all.